What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. My name is Marlon and today I'm going to be reviewing the Moza Mini S Essential Smartphone Gimbal. And full disclosure, guys, as always, this was sent to me by Moza, and as usual, I'm going to give you guys my honest thoughts and opinions about this product. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so straight out of the box, as usual, Moza, nice packaging. The gimbal comes with a mini tripod, a charging cable, a camera control cable, a storage pouch, and a user manual. To mount your phone, make sure that your lens is on the left side of the gimbal. Make sure that this part of the arm is on the right, and basically all you're gonna do is just clamp it there. Make sure you balance it. It's very easy. Just kind of slide it over to where it's about in the middle, like that, and you're all set. Then you just long press the power button here, and it'll power up. Also, guys, if you tap on the power button, it'll go into sleep mode. So if you need to like put it into sleep mode, you just power it, press the button there, and it's in sleep mode. To activate it again, you press the power button again, and it's back on. I wanted to talk to you guys here real quick about the battery light level indicator here. When you have 3 blue LEDs, that means it's 70 to 100% battery level. 2 blue LEDs will be 40 to 70. 1 LED will be 20 to 40. And if it's blinking, it'll be under, or 20% or under. A solid red light means that it's charging. And then when the red light is off, it means it's completely charged. And by the way, you can charge this with a battery pack. And so there we go, we have the red light. So that means that it is charging right now. It has a 2200 milliamp hour lithium ion battery, and it can run up to 8 hours. So once you power your gimbal on, by default, the gimbal or the phone's gonna be in landscape mode. But the cool thing about this is that you can actually use this in vertical mode for like Instagram TV, or if you're doing a live video and you want to run it this way. And all you got to do is just hold the back of the arm here and turn the actual clamp, and it's that quick. You're in vertical mode. All right, guys, let's take a quick look at the actual Moza Genie app. Make sure that you have your Bluetooth setting on your device. I'm going to go ahead and turn mine on there. And it's real easy. You just tap on the Bluetooth icon there. You'll see the Moza. Select that device, and boom. The user interface on the app is actually nice. You have your battery icons up top here. Then over here, it'll tell you what resolution you're in, what frame rate. You can actually tap that to go change it. Flash icon here, you can turn that off and on. And then you have the shooting mode. You're in video or photo mode, and it does have the other modes there. Right here, it displays what zoom you're at. This is the default 1.0. At the bottom here, you have your icon gallery. If you tap that, you can see what you have. You can review all your footage or your photos. Here you have your gimbal parameter settings right here, and you can change the zoom speed right there. You can calibrate it, or you can disconnect, and right here you can see also what firmware version you're at. And this one right here is to set the object tracking mode. So you just tap on that, and then you'll go ahead and set up your tracking that way. This is to flip from your front to rear camera. And then over here you have your settings button, and you can go through all your camera modes. You can check your lens settings, your output formats. Here's your flash. Here's your anti-shake or stabilization. Manual mode, which gives you complete control of the actual camera settings. And then over here it says frames. This is for you to change your aspect ratios right here. The next one is your filters. You can turn on your zebras there. Here you can enter the full screen mode. And here you can set up your guidelines. Over here you have this gradient feature. You have your sound meter. You can actually connect your Bluetooth or your mic through Bluetooth settings there. And then you have your live stream options. So you can set that up there if you want to live stream through the Moza Genie app. And last but not least, you could reset your camera there. So once you've linked this up with your device on the Moza Genie app, you can control here your camera. You have the center button here, which is the camera button. If you press that once, it'll start recording when you're in video mode. If you press it twice during recording, it'll take a picture. If you long press the center button, you can confirm to move the time-lapse points And that's when you're like in the advanced time-lapse mode, so you can set that up using that button. If you press the top button once, it'll open up the menu. If you press it twice, it's going to switch you from video mode to photo mode. And if you long press it for 3 seconds, it's going to switch from the front camera to the rear camera. If you press this button on the right, it's going to go back to the playback mode, and you can see your picture that you just took. All right, guys, so let's take a closer look at the actual controls here of the actual gimbal. Here in the center part, you have your joystick. On the side here, you have this red button, which is your power button. Right underneath the power button is a port, a USB-C port for charging. And then you have your operations buttons right here in the center. You have your joystick, which moves left to right, top to bottom, and this controls the actual movement of the actual gimbal. On this side over here, you have your focus buttons or your zoom button right here. And then in front here, you have a trigger button. And on the side over here, you have your lock button. This gimbal is designed to fold. So when it's folded down, it goes down to 7.7 inches. And basically all you have to do is just unlock it here by pressing this, pulling this button back, turning the gimbal 180 degrees like that, and then it's locked. On the tilt arm here, you have a micro USB port. This port can be used to charge your mobile device, but the cable's not included. So you're gonna have to get a charging cable to use in order to use that port for that. But you could also use it with the camera control cable that's included with the Moza Mini S, and you could actually control your camera with that cable. It's not gonna work with an iPhone because you're gonna need to get an adapter for that. And then on the bottom of the gimbal, you have the 1/4 inch port, and this is where you can attach your mini tripod. You just screw that on like that. Or if you have any other type of like brackets or something you may wanna attached to the bottom where you can connect like a light or maybe a microphone. It is slanted, however, so when you sit the gimbal down, it will be at an angle, and that is one of the things that I'm not really crazy about. Don't like that, how that feels, and feels like it's gonna tilt, but I haven't had that happen to me yet, but I just don't like that part of the design there. All right, guys, so just want to talk to you guys about the 6 modes that this gimbal has. So the first mode is the panning mode, and that's the default mode, and it's just gonna be horizontally. You can't, if you move it any other way, it won't turn. It's locked on this axis right there. So you just pan like that. So the next mode is going to be the FPV mode, or the roll mode. And basically what you got to do for that is just double tap the M here, the left button, and that's going to put you into roll mode. And then the camera will roll from side to side. So then we have the all lock mode, and basically to activate that mode, you just press the trigger twice, hold it, and it's going to lock all the accesses. It will not move any other way. And then we have the sport mode, and basically you just got to double tap this bottom button here twice, and then the gimbal becomes super responsive to quick movements. Last but not least, you have your inception mode, and basically to activate that, you're going to tap the bottom button again, but 3 times, 1, 2, 3. And it's going to go into inception mode. And the way you control the inception mode here is with your joystick. You're just going to move it from side to side. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a couple shots here and go back to the house and wrap this up. One of the really cool features I like about this gimbal is the tracking mode, or object tracking mode. And you just tap on the icon there, and what you're going to do is draw a square around your object. And right now I'm going to do it for the camera. So I'm just going to move around the camera, and it's going to track it, as you can see there. Does a pretty good job tracking it. And to stop it, you just press the icon there on the bottom left corner, and you're all set. We have the roll mode. All right, here we have a follow shot. Let's do an inception shot here. We're going to go ahead and triple press the bottom button. 1, 2, 3. Go into inception mode. All right, I don't know if you guys can see me trying to do the inception there at the very end. Since it doesn't spin all the way for the 360 degrees, you got to actually spin the actual gimbal itself to get the whole 360 if that's what you're going for. Otherwise, you're going to be limited using this shot. All right, so let's take an all lock shot. I'm going to go straight underneath the structure. I'm going to tilt my camera up a little bit, my phone, just because I want to get that nice shot. Straight down, I'm going to press the trigger twice and hold it, and I'm in all lock mode. Here we go. Okay guys, that shot that I just took, I realized that the setting on the app had the stabilization off on the phone or in the app. So I'm going to turn it on and show you guys how much smoother it is now. Check it out. And by the way, I'm not shooting any slow-mo shots. All 24 frames per second, so you guys can see how well this actually performs. All right, so as you guys can see there, having that anti-shake feature on makes a huge difference. So make sure it's on in order to get these smooth shots, because otherwise it's going to be like the first shot that I got that was all bumpy. And that's why on the beach it came out really nice and smooth, because I had it on there. I just realized it wasn't on now. So I've been using the Mini S for a couple weeks now, and I've been very pleased with the results that I've gotten with it. So if you're wondering if I recommend this gimbal, I do. And there are some things that I don't like about it. I'll talk about in just a moment. But overall, I think it's a great value. It's going for 79 bucks right now at the time of making this video. I am going to put an affiliate link down below. If you guys are interested in buying one of these, consider using my link. It'll give me a little kickback, and I appreciate that. It has a plasticky feel. It is made mostly of plastic, but it is a foldable design, so you can fold it. And while it's still a little bulky in comparison to some of the newer models that have came out of other brands, it's still very good for travel. And if you're into vlogging, or if you're starting off the vlogging, you may want to take a look at this, because it's an inexpensive way to get stabilized video. Not only for vloggers, if you're like into doing street videos or run and gun type of shooting, this is a good option, and especially for you guys that are on a tight budget. And also the battery life is really good on it. It does live up to the 8 hours that they say. It does charge really quick, about hour and a half. So in that part, that department, I do like that. Let's talk about some of the things that I don't like. It is a little bit taller than the Moza Mini-Me, which I did a review last year on. If you guys want to check that out, I'm going to put the link down below. You guys can check that one out. It doesn't have as many shooting modes as the Mini-Me, and it doesn't have the wireless charging, which I really like. But then again, the Mini-Me is a little bit more expensive, and they're trying to cut back on costs for this one. This is a budget model, or entry-level model. Just know that when you're shooting with this, you are going to have to practice, just like with any other gimbal. It's not perfect right out of the box, and a lot has to do with the way you shoot. The joystick, it is pretty responsive. However, the harder you press it, the faster it'll move. If you're more slow or gentle on the joystick, it'll move slower. So keep these things in mind when you're shooting. I'm not crazy about the controls here and the way they have this set up. It can get a little confusing, and if you're not used to using the gimbal, you're gonna have to check the manual to make sure what mode you're in. And I don't like that it doesn't include an actual protective case. As I showed you guys earlier, it does bring this pouch, but that really doesn't protect it. And just by throwing this in my backpack a few times, it does have a few scuffs already from it. Just a little bit of things that I'm nitpicking at. Overall, I am very pleased with the gimbal and with the results that I get when I'm actually shooting, which is the most important thing. And again, for the 79 bucks, it's tough to beat. So if you have any questions, drop a comment down below. Check the Moza Mini-Me review that I did from last year if you're interested in that one. I appreciate you guys coming by my channel and checking the review out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Make sure you subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. I'll see you in the next one.